Hi, everybody, and welcome to Traveling with Russell, and welcome to a new live stream, and welcome to Moscow, Russia. Now, I'm actually in Moscow region. I'm probably about 30 kilometers from Moscow center, or what would be considered where the Red Square and the Kremlin is. I'm in my kitchen today, as always in previous live streams. Now, I've just noticed I always sit in my desk here in our kitchen, and the sun is just beaming in through this window. So please excuse the extreme sun. So the kind of lighting will kind of go a little bit crazy, kind of good crazy, bad crazy. I don't know. So yeah, welcome everybody who's here already in the live stream. And I do also notice from some of the analytics that a lot of people watch this later. So if you're watching another time of day or another day of the week, greetings. Yeah, today is Friday evening here in Moscow. It's just turned 7:30 p.m. I just had a look there at the sunset time. The sunset's not till after 9 p.m. So we're going to have these kind of long shadows for a little while. So hello, everybody. I hope it's okay with the shadows. I hope the sound is coming across okay. I'm not sort of one that'll kind of rearrange the whole house just to kind of get a better place to do the live stream. I probably should, but it's okay as it is. So I do see a couple of people here already live. So yeah, if you can hear me nice and clearly, maybe post a comment for me. Let me know that you're here, where you're watching from. Something like that. Yeah, what we'll do is we'll kind of just talk away. We'll follow a little bit of the chat like I did it in the previous live stream. It kind of worked well. I feel like I'm in the dark, but it's absolutely bright in here. So I'm sorry, the camera angle is a little bit skewiffed. Do you guys use the word skewiffed? Yeah, Maria was the first person live. I guess not live, but maybe the first person to put a comment. So hi, Maria. JC D'Souza. That's a little bit of a long name. So hi, Maria. How's it going? Faith is here also. Faith Rusat, how's it going? I know you were in the previous live stream. Australia's here, 2 o'clock in the morning. Sorry, Andrew from Queensland. Yeah, this is never going to work out great for Australia watching. I'm sorry. So I did actually watch the football match today. I know you're from Queensland, so you're probably a rugby league follower, but I did watch the oh my gosh, I watched the Sydney Swans game earlier on. Sydney won as well, right on the, well, not really on the siren, but there was like big controversy in the last few minutes of the match. So yeah, what we'll do is we'll kind of follow along with the chat. I am going to bring up a little bit and talk about McDonald's. Obviously, there's a couple of different videos on the channel if you've watched them already as well. So I will talk a little bit about McDonald's and the potential new names for McDonald's. Now, I know there's a little bit of all over the place controversy. Faith said, good sound in Spain. Always, does it ever rain in Spain? No, what's that one? I don't know how that sounds. So, yes. Boise, Idaho. Harley Ann, how's it going? Oh, people all over. Oh, you're a night owl. That's good, Andrew. Very good. We've got also Bogdan Stansiu. How's it going? I always read it as I see it, but I know your name's backwards. So, yeah, things are going well today. I've actually had a bit of a stay-at-home day. I didn't plan to go out today. Basically, if I tend to go out, it's every other day. So today was my stay home day, weekend coming up. So I'll definitely go out tomorrow and do, I've got at least 1 or 2 things that I plan to do, hopefully. Apparently there's a fish festival this weekend, fish festival. So I'm going to see if I can find where that is. It's in a couple of different locations. So after going to the barbecue festival last week, or the grill fest, there's a fish fest this week, so I'm not sure how that'll turn out, but I got sort of the information about it, so we'll see. TT's is here, another fellow Australian. Hello from the States. California, love your channel. Thank you, Cheryl. That's very nice of you to say that. I wonder if you guys watched the last couple of videos. Of course, the one that Jen, my wife, made, going to get some water from our local kolonka. It's called the kolonka, which is basically a kind of water spout or like a water column is how it kind of translates. So Pia is here. How's it going? Balaton? Sorry, Pia? Piu? Sorry about that. Piu or Piao? Hello from the Bay Area. Bear Bull is here, another very long-time follower of this channel and my cruise channel. Hello from Daytona Beach, Florida. Oh, nice place. I've cruised out of Port Canaveral, which is not too far away from that way. And we were in Cocoa Beach, and I guess Melbourne is nearby there as well. And we were going to Merritt Island Walmart a lot. That was our kind of favorite stop. Leo is here. Hello, Leo. See lots of your comments on the video. So thanks, Leo, for comments. Yeah. Hello from Denmark. Oh, the home of Lego. Yes. Actually, when I went to the mall the other day and filmed the kind of stores open video, there was the bit that I sort of filmed outside the Lego store. I went inside and chatted to the guy for probably 15 minutes, half an hour. He was a very, very nice guy to chat to. He was like complete like Lego nerd. I think working there, you have to be, I think, to be a bit of a Lego nerd. So yeah, I went in there after I'd sort of filmed just the outside part and sort of had a chat to him. And, one friend in Australia who watches the channel, Nicole, she asked me about, do they have Russian-specific Lego models? So like models of, I don't know, like Russian buildings or themes or anything, and they don't. They didn't ever make anything like that. Oh, Mia, how's it going? We have a couple of channel members here in the live stream, I see. MosDonalds, yes, I'll kind of get through the comments a little bit, and we'll actually pull up a little bit of a screenshot. No, I guess a screen share I've got of the potential new names for McDonald's, and one of them is MosDonalds. Yes, there's actually, I'll save the other one. It's probably not so much of a suspense, but MosDonalds is one of them. Sorry, get my names mixed up. Hey there, it's raining all day here north of Moscow. Better stay inside. Yeah, it's sort of stopped here now. I'm in the southwest, Peter, so I'm nearby Vnukovo Airport, if you know where Aprelivka might be. Yeah, it was raining earlier. It kind of rained a few times, showers, and then last night it rained a whole lot. So it's kind of cleared up now, and that's why the sun was beaming in, because basically where we look, we face absolute kind of, I guess, towards the west, I guess, where the sun sets in the west, right? So that's why the sun's beaming in. Iraq Riders. That's an interesting channel name. I wonder if you ride bikes or motorbikes. And you got an Australian icon there, so I wonder where you are. Roman's here as well. How's it going? Hello, I watched the water and also the egg one. Yes, the egg video. Yeah, the idea when you make YouTube videos is to come up with a kind of interesting thumbnail. And my wife is so mad now. Jen is so mad because she didn't walk in. She walked in with me initially when we went in just to go and buy something. And then she's like, oh, eggs are 49 rubles. Oh, we should get some eggs. And I'm like, oh, okay. I didn't think twice about it. And then we went off and filmed, and then we went into town. And then she got home, and then she had a client booking in the afternoon later on. And then she went back in to get eggs, and they'd all sold out. So she didn't get the cheap eggs. So she wasn't so happy about that. So hello, Russell from San Diego, California. Oh, nice. Great spot, Devo. Now, if you want to compare, if anyone's from America, right? A lot of people ask me, what do you compare your city to? I think I've mentioned this before, haven't I? And Perth, Australia, the closest comparable city in America that I can compare place for place with is San Diego, is to compare what San Diego feels like and what it is and what Perth, Australia is. So it won't let you send a super chat. Want to give you a small super chat, won't let me. That's strange. It should be working. There shouldn't be any. The only people who can't send me super chats is people inside Russia, and I think maybe Belarus as well. So another option, Cheryl, is you can watch one of the videos and you can do a super thanks. I don't know if anyone's noticed that there's a super thanks option on videos that you watch. So that's strange. It's not working. It should be working. There you are, Russell. You're so cute. Love the dimples. Yeah, I think Karen and Buzz. Karen, I think you and my mum. Oh, it's this side. Is the only one that mentions dimples. I don't think my wife's ever brought it up, unless she kind of doesn't say anything about it. So good evening, all peeps from Belgium. Oh, miss me, Belgium. Oh, another channel member. Yes, thank you again to the new channel members. We're kind of. I'll be very transparent. We're up to 7 channel members. So. Pirate Craggy is one of them, and Miss Me. That's why you'll see the little logo next to their name, that little icon, if anyone's noticed that. So if anyone does happen to join as a channel member, I am sort of working on trying to do different content for it, but it's taking a little longer than I'm always too anxious to release the videos, to release them earlier than I should, because of the time differences. There's a lot of like recommendation of when you should release the videos or not. So, Pirate Craggy's here as well. Hello, everyone. Hope that you're all well. Greetings from Ireland. Yes. I was going to say, did we see any Irish beer in that video when I did the walk around of the store downstairs? Aloha from Honolulu. Oh, I think a lot of previous watchers are here. It's amazing how international the channel is. And Cheryl, thank you for the super chat. There we go. Keep up the great work. Thank you very much. Super chats are very appreciative. The ruble has gone down dramatically in the last week or so. So the exchange rate from dollars back to rubles isn't as good as it has been. So yeah, I just have to work that little bit harder. So yes, thank you for the super chat, Cheryl. That's very appreciated. Sorry, I'm reading through in order of the chat here. So yeah, thumbs up. Thank you very much. Yes, and we've actually got 14 thumbs up on the video. So thank you. And for all the people who are watching live Friday evening here in Moscow. I'm in Moscow region. It's very easy to say Moscow when you're here, but yet you don't really live. Moscow is a massive regional area. So a lot of places are called Moscow, but really you don't live there in Moscow, literally, you're in Moscow region. So and the only thing is I'm not going to be so good at not putting up the bad comments. So if anyone says anything wrong or bad or McDonald's, JR Simplot from Idaho supplied all the potatoes from McDonald's in the United States. There we go. Idaho. Yeah, I know when I go to Five Guys, not here in Russia, but isn't it Five Guys is quite famous when you go in there. If anyone's not aware of Five Guys, it's a burger place in America. And they've got a very, very limited menu. And then you can basically have as many ingredients as you like. But they always tell you where their potatoes are from for their fries or for their chips, whatever you want to call it. And it's kind of a big deal, like to explain like which town or city or place that the ingredients are from. Hi from... I've gone too fast now. Hi from Gig Harbor, Washington. Nice part of the world. Yes, nice part of the world. Isabel, Hines. Does McDonald's have any specific menu items adopted to Russian taste? For example, I remember in France they had Dijon mustard. You know what? To be very honest and very honest, I don't go to McDonald's really. I've gone for the sake of making the videos. But it's not okay. Now it's closed, of course, apart from the couple that I've opened that I know about. But I didn't previously go to McDonald's at all. I personally, if I was to go to get a burger here, I'd prefer to go to Burger King, or in Australia, Hungry Jack's, or actually go to KFC and get like the Zinger burgers or whatever they're called. I'm not really a big McDonald's fan. I think it's quite a trending topic at the moment, and I really should I love everything on the menu. I sleep in there when I'm in there in the lunchtime. So I I know this is a little bit of an awkward word to say, but going back quite a few years ago, they used to have on the menu, and I think it was Burger King had it, not McDonald's. They had the tank burger, and they basically promoted some of the burgers as the tank burger. And I remember that from a few years ago, and I think it was Burger King, not McDonald's, though. They have a lot of shrimp and prawn kind of things. So they've got you can get shrimp wraps, I guess you'd call them, like wraps, like a Caesar wrap. You can get those shrimp wraps there. They've got the loaded fries. So the fries with cheese on top and bacon, loaded fries. I'm not sure if that's a Russia thing only. My wife likes the cheese sauce when we get the fries there. I'm not too sure about anything else. Hello from Toronto, Canada. Ooh, Gordon Engel. I wonder if you know, Gordon, that your last name is the same name as a fridge. In a lot of boats and caravans in Australia, they've got Engel fridges. I wonder if you know that reference at all. Yeah, Missy Me says, you and Constantine make me feel like visiting these lovely places. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I chatted to him. Actually, he sent me we chatted this morning on Messenger. And then we talked a couple of days ago, a few days earlier, I chatted to him. So yeah, it's pretty nice to. I know before everything sort of went off the boil a little bit here. I was telling my wife today as well. I said, he used to go into Moscow Center and do live stream walking around. Used to go out with his son, particularly where he lived, as well as a lot of areas where he can take his son walking where he lives. Yeah, I mean, I'm not one to kind of not hide, the places here. I mean, there's. We're in a regional area here, so there's not really the beauty here like maybe in Moscow with the old buildings and a lot of statues and monuments and, old, I guess, a lot of the churches and things like that. So, hello from Michigan. Mike Hill, how's it going? Oh, people all over the place. That's crazy. I like it actually reading all these different places because it's just amazing. Yeah, Moscow and Moscow region is so huge that even they have different weather from north to south. That's very true, Peter. Yes. It's actually pretty neat here for anyone. I don't know if you guys use weather apps around the world, but the Yandex Weather, which is one of the apps that you can get on your phone and like a browser, it has the very accurate where the rainfall is coming. So when the rain's sort of coming over Moscow, you can see exactly within 5 minutes or 10 minutes of the weather. It's kind of like the Doppler radar sort of thing. So, I think that isn't a bad comment. Sorry, Real Moscow is here just now. I just noticed. So yeah, Real Moscow. If you see any bad comments, please delete them or whatever you do with them. I don't know. Or if they don't sound nice, I guess you could. Get rid of them, I guess. Where are we here? It keeps scrolling too fast. To the issue above. To the issue above. At Russian McDonald's, they had a burger with a pork. That's the only one I've seen in Russia. They had a pork patty. Oh, they had a pork patty. Yeah, I'll say it again, really, I don't go to McDonald's that much to know their menu. And typically if I do go, I'll just get a classic Big Mac meal, which was about 200 rubles. So it was kind of very cheap and easy and fast food. I wasn't always going to look at the new menu items and whatever the current new interesting one would be. So Iraq Rider wants to know, where in Russia do you stay? I stay in, well, close to Moscow. It's called Aprelivka. It's a town in the southwest region of Moscow. If you look at Moscow on a map, it's basically one dot in the middle, and then there's circles, which is basically the Makad, and then the garden ring, and then outside that would then extend to the golden ring. We're very close to Vnukovo Airport, so in the southwest of Moscow region. We're not too far from there, probably 15 minutes by car away from the third airport of Moscow, sorry. McDonald's has so-called Russian weeks a long time ago, like in 2007 and 12. They had several burgers with rye bread. Oh, that's interesting, Roman. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that they do have kind of like different seasonal stuff, and I don't know about the unique things. I know there's like a lot of YouTube channels where people really make a point of comparing things and, ordering off the menu the items that they haven't seen or heard of before. Cheryl has to go. Thank you for the super chat, Cheryl. Thank you for your wife for putting out wonderful videos. Yes, I'll try and get her in more videos. I have shown her all of the comments. I read them all back to her last night, and then today I'll go through again and read the new comments. So where people have put nice comments or thumbs ups or likes or whatever for the video with her in it, then she'll get to know all of that. So hello again from Chicago. Dawn, how's it going? Pleased to see you here. There's quite a lot of people. This is really nice, by the way. Burger King had tank burgers as a collaboration with World of Tanks. Right, I remember this. World of Tanks Blitz game. That's right, yeah. That's what I remember from having Burger King. This is a couple of years ago, I think. It wasn't recently, unless they've done more things like that. Yeah, it was a collaboration with World of Tanks, the game. Yeah, one of my wife's friend's husband was trying to get me to play World of Tanks, and I just couldn't get into it. So I kind of gave up playing it, really. Roscoe Projects, how's it going? Good to see you. Played for the Bulls, a wonderful player. Yes. Luke Longley played for the Chicago Bulls. Yes. I went to high school. He was a couple of years ahead of me. Either Sam or Griffin Longley. I mentioned this in the last live stream. I don't remember which one it was. And his dad, John Longley, was one of the designers. He's an architect. Was one of the designers of Australia 2, the yacht that won the America's Cup in 1983 in Newport, Rhode Island. If you guys coming for trivia, you're going to get trivia here. So, Colin, how's it going from Scotland? Nice, good spot. I noticed tomorrow. I know you're Scottish, but that tomorrow night they've got the Champions League final, Liverpool and oh my gosh, another team, Liverpool and somebody. That's how much I don't follow football. And I was thinking of trying to watch it, but it's not on here till 10 p.m. at night because of the time difference. So I'll watch it probably from home. I was thinking of going to a bar to watch it somewhere, but it's just hard to get home so late in the evening, especially if I go across Moscow to a bar somewhere. Dawn got here a little bit late. It's okay, everybody. If you come or go or watch it on replay, it's not a problem, right? So my family was from Russia but left 100 years ago because of the programs. There we go. Yeah, I think, look, there's a lot of people that live all around the world that have got Russian family, Russian heritage, and a lot of people with Ukrainian heritage. And same here, there's a lot of Ukrainians in Russia, a lot of Russians in Ukraine. There's even while we were in Australia, my wife met a lot of Russians and Ukrainians as part of a Facebook group that we were part of, and clients that came to her salon for nails doing and things like that. So, let's face it, in McDonald's is not the best food in the world, but to many it's a symbol of the Western lifestyle. I think people gauge change based on its absence. Would like to see Russian fast food. Yeah, I guess. I don't know, Russian fast. I don't know how much of a big, like the what's the potato one? Krochka Katochka. which is basically jacket potatoes. So, like a baked potato in aluminum foil. So it's basically a baked potato in aluminum foil. They just cut it in half, and then you can get a scoop of ingredients to eat on top of it. And that's basically Krochka Kotochka, which is the potato restaurant. So I wonder if they'd take off around the world. Not everybody's probably into potato jacket. I call them jacket potatoes. Baked potatoes. Hello from New York. McDonald's reps the West. Okay, sure, no worries. I wonder if you watched my video at the shopping mall. Actually, I've been there twice now in 2 videos. And in Vegas, which is the mall that I went to, there they had the big Times Square kind of section of that mall. And it's really like super interesting to see that Times Square thing to stand there. I mean, I've been to New York a lot on cruise ships. Greetings from Melbourne. Oh, Vinny me. Instead of Mini Me, Vinny me. Hello from Melbourne. Yeah, I watched actually it was Sydney. Who did Sydney play today? Oh my God. I'm sorry if you're an AFL fan and I've let you down not knowing who they played, but I think tomorrow is the Eagles and Dockers matches. If you're not from Australia, that's Australian rules football teams. Just got here from the Chicago suburbs. Sorry, I'm a bit late. My neighbor. Oh my God, I'm sorry, Chris. Yes, and you're in a lot of the comments as well. So yeah, that's not good news about your family or your neighbor. I think sometimes I was going to say family, but I think sometimes neighbors can be almost family if you have a good rapport with them and you know them well. So yeah, that's not good. Do you get scared Russia is monitoring your vlogging? I don't know, Jim. I've talked to Konstantin about this, who's from Inside Russia channel. And I don't get scared. Look, I don't talk about things that are specific that they don't want. A lot of in terms of people monitoring and watching and things like that is they don't want people to spread misinformation. So not talking about the untruths, I guess, of what's happening right now. And I think as long as I keep that out of the chat and the stream and things like that, I think it works out perfectly fine. And there's no need really. Okay. Oh, Pirate Craggy's leaving. Catch you later, Pirate Craggy. Thanks for jumping in. Enjoy dinner if you're going out for dinner. I'm watching 2 chats. One kind of goes faster than the other one. So yeah, I don't feel scared or worried about streaming and live streaming. I honestly don't put that as part of the videos that I make. I mean, walking around an empty shopping center, I mean, of course, that's a bit of a trending thing in terms of content on YouTube or content on news, so that's why I do that. Also, my background is in retail, so it kind of is an easy thing to kind of cover in videos that I make. So I don't feel at all like people are watching or anything like that. So, well, what's going on here? There we go. Haley's going to go grab a coffee. A Real Moscow Projects is doing all the monitoring. Yes, thanks. From Silicon Valley. Oh, nice. Jim J. I wonder is it really like in the TV show? I love watching Silicon Valley is not on anymore, but is there really like all of the tech companies? Do you notice like a difference in all the people there and stuff? I don't know. Doesn't everybody like live in like a house and they all work from their houses and come up with all these startup companies? And hello from Italy. Oh, buonasera. For Travibical. Buonasera, buona tutti, buonanotte. Nice. I was in Europe, 3 years ago now. Wow, it feels like yesterday. Actually, I flew from Moscow to where did I fly? From Moscow to Venice. I flew from here to Venice to get on one of the ships. This is a few years ago to join one of the ships in Europe. So that was pretty nice. How do you think they are really Russian fast food? Oh, how do you think? Are there really Russian fast food, naturally cultural Russian fast food? Yeah, I guess I mean, it's I don't know, food that's basically ready to eat very quickly when you go and order it. I guess is considered fast food. I mean, most cafes and restaurants here, it's more like home cooked food. Um, I mean, most if you go to a stolova or a canteen, it's more like home cooked food. It's not necessarily fast food. Even when we go to the small cafe at Globus Supermarket, it's a different feeling to fast food. It's like hearty kind of cooked meals versus that fast burger version of takeaway. So, oh, no worries, Leo. Whatever. I'm not sure. Okay, is that the one that I showed and then delete and then didn't show? Sorry, I'm blabbering now. Yeah, Real Madrid and Liverpool. Yes, that's the match tomorrow. It's 10 p.m. here, so apparently will you be there on the 12th of June? Oh, that's what I'm going to get to in a second, Sergey. McDonald's to be called Veskuzno Vizmeti, apparently. Will you be there on the 12th of June? Now, the plan is to try to be there. Now, I know I missed IKEA closing by a day. I didn't necessarily miss McDonald's closing because I knew that there's still 3 locations here in Moscow open. So I didn't miss that. Oh, it's tonight. I guess with the time difference for people, depending on where you live, I guess. Yeah, isn't it tomorrow night? What day is it today? Am I got the wrong day? Is it tonight at 10 p.m. or tomorrow night? Tasty Together. Oh, there we go. Is that going to be the new name? Now I'm going to show up these couple of press things in a minute. I'm American. My wife is part Russian. I've always enjoyed learning about Russia. Yes, it's a lot of history. For me, it's too hard to not keep up with what's happening now, for instance, but the overall history of Russia just goes back so long. I mean, that it's not to know everything about the history of Russia. Oh, hello from India. Oh, we're big cricketing rivals. Oh, my daughter works in a poke restaurant. Do you have poke bowls in Russia? Jim, actually, last week, or was it the weekend before now? Last weekend, when we went to the Grill Fest with Real Moscow Projects, her and I and her partner were there together. When we first walked in, I don't know if she noticed it, there was a caravan or a caravan of food, and it was a poke bowl restaurant, like a takeaway poke bowl cafe. It was a little bit out of place at that Grill Fest, actually, but there was one there. I'm not sure about other. Is there poke bowl in Moscow, Jen? Poke bowl. You know what is poke bowl, don't you?
No.
Like the salad bowls where they put like crazy amounts of salad in there. They had one at the Grill Fest anyway, so try and visit one of the Starlight diners in Moscow. It's a 50 style American diner, complete with all the chrome and neon you can imagine. I know about the Starlight diner. I think even Konstantine's been to one, but I've seen a couple of them walking around Moscow. So yeah, I know this Starlight Diners brand. So, oh, this is going too fast now. Maybe I won't put them all on the screen. Yeah, the reason for McDonald's success is because they are cheaper than any of their competitors, which is why so many people on a tight budget go there regularly. Yeah, I think that's probably true, Terrence. The price, not necessarily the fast food aspect of it, but you can get, a reasonable meal for, here it was about 200 rubles, so about $3 or so for a classic Big Mac meal. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, this is Jack. This is true. Yeah, I don't think the business buying McDonald's is dumb enough to use the rip-off name. Yeah, the guy that's buying them already owned quite a large amount of franchises over on the far east of Russia, and I think he was the second. I think he might have been the first. I'm pretty sure he was the second franchisee of McDonald's. who basically was right there at the very beginning when they started offering out franchises around Russia. And he was one of the first. So I'm pretty sure he's very close to the management of McDonald's, and maybe he was probably considered as one of the buyers of them as well. So Chris wants to know, do you think you could convince Jen to do more videos? She was really good. Come in the video fast, please. Come, Jen, come. Oh, she's just eating. She's just making dinner. So, yeah. So, I hope to convince her to make more videos. Oh, the lighting is very nice now, by the way. Even though the sun's just going down. Please come in the thing. So everybody wants to. Jen's just here. You have to get further into the. Look at the screen here. Yeah. Now down. So,
hello.
Do you think we can convince you to be in more videos? What do you think? Maybe.
I don't want really.
Maybe. No. What is opportunity for business in Russia? Can you explain? I guess any stores or shops or anything that you want to do is open, I think, at the moment. So I think maybe that football match is tomorrow. I don't watch them yet. I'm pretty sure it's tomorrow night, Faith. I'm certain. Cayman Islands? What? Cayman, by the way, in KFC in Cayman Islands. How many times, Jen, did I chat to you when I was in Cayman, and I was at the KFC or at the supermarket? Yeah, anytime I was getting off the ship and getting Wi-Fi, I was going to KFC in Cayman. So, is it good money working on cruise ships? TT's now the way I'll answer it is you can save a lot of money. Basically, you have virtually no outlay or spending working on board. All your meals are provided, your accommodation, your uniforms, laundry, and so much. You don't have any out-of-pocket expenses apart from personal care items like shampoo or deodorant or perfume, whatever, lotions. You don't need anything, literally. I mean, okay, your own personal clothes. You bring a luggage with your clothes, right? But so just think of if anyone wants to kind of just compare this for a minute, think of the job that anybody's doing and earning money right now. And then sort of just factor in how much per week or per fortnight or month you save from per month. And I mean, I know for us right now, we're pretty much what we're earning is what we're spending. We're not saving a whole lot or virtually nothing. We're trying to. But on cruise ships, I mean, back home, I say it was about 5 or 10% of my wage I could save because I was always sort of saving to go on holiday. This is back before cruise ships, you know. So I was always putting a little bit away to have enough to go on a holiday at some point. On cruise ships, you can save as much as probably 90% of your wage on a weekly, fortnightly, monthly basis. So it's definitely good. It's not necessarily good money, but you can save money and you can work and not spend money. You know, you don't have to spend for a car, for petrol, for, you know, rent, food. You know what I mean? Just think about not having that bill every week and you're doing well, right? So everyone here in Silicon Valley drives a Tesla, and if you are not making $250,000 a year, you're left behind. It's worse than a rat race. Wow, I can imagine everyone does drive like Teslas, and the charging stations, there's like a line for them, and people aren't driving like classic petrol, you know, gas-driven cars. Yeah, that's kind of funny. So yeah, that's crazy though. Oh, hello from Murmansk. Nelly, are you? How's it going, Nelly? Hello from Murmansk. There is quite a delay. Yeah, sorry. In the video, you mean there's a delay, like the replay, or in me reading the chat? I think. The mayor of Moscow promised new McDonald's would have a familiar menu. Yes, Peter. Yes, this is what I'll Actually, I might. We have white nights, lots of new channels show McDonald's locations, removing the golden arches. Yeah, I've not really gone out to go and look at them doing that. I imagine at some point, all of the current restaurants, someone will go there and start taking down signage and things like that. I mean, I don't make a point of going looking for them to see them doing that. So I guess store by store, as they kind of got a rollout plan of reopening, they're going to have to do that, right? Do you have TV shows like The Walking Dead? I don't watch a lot of TV, Gordon. Actually, this afternoon we watched a movie. My wife just came back from work now, but earlier on we were watching the movie Tin Cup. If you guys know the old movie with Kevin Costner, Rene Russo. We tend to download movies and watch movies on the TV, or my wife watches movies on the Russian movies. So I don't really follow any of the local TV stations or watch TV shows and things like that. Surely a major shawarma franchise would take off. Shawarmas are everywhere. Pancakes and dumplings aren't replacing makad. Yeah, I guess that it wouldn't, putting 850 more shawarma franchises wouldn't take off. Honestly, I think people want something similar to what's there. I liked her on the video too, who finally carried the water home. Oh, okay. Faith wants to know who carried that water home. You carried it. Like, I had to get Jen to carry it most of the way for the filming, and then I edited it out most of it. So I wanted to kind of get her walking, carrying the jug of water, but I carried it. I end up carrying always the shopping home, and we always do that, right? We go out, we end up with like this 5-liter water, like a couple of kilos of potatoes, vegetables, some fruit. And I get home and my arms are like falling off from going, even when we just walk to our local shops here. Do you have a Russian passport, or are you on a visa? How do you pay your expenses when the cards aren't working? All right, so I have Australian passports and I have a British passport because my family or my parents were British. So I'm entitled to a British passport by family, I guess. I'm currently, actually, I did explain this a little bit in the last live stream. So I now do have a Russian residency to stay here. It's called SberBank. SberBank. You've got to say it very fast. It's kind of like 3 letters, but it's weird when you read the spelling of it. So I have residency to live here, no problems. How we're paying for expenses, basically from Jen's wages, from Jen working, and kind of some money that comes through YouTube. The problem is, while we were in Australia, Jen, we have joint bank accounts in Australia. So Jen has Australian cards that we were using here from money going in the bank in Australia, but now they don't work. My cards don't work at all. So that's now a problem. Essentially, I've got to pay cash for everything. And that's the one thing I don't like about everything going on. So I don't like all of that. That's one of the one of the main problems with sanctions is the money. And now with the ruble going down like a slide. Actually, from a positive note, everyone talks about the Russian ruble going up, and it's a great thing. But it's not if you're bringing money into the country, like dollars or euros or whatever currency. If you're taking rubles out of the country, it's very good right now. So, but we're not doing that. So, yeah, everybody in the Bay Area drives a Tesla. Yeah, I did notice one. Actually, I do notice them occasionally here. Probably in Moscow center, there's a lot more. There is one, maybe 2 that I see in our area driving around. I've got a nice view from our apartment window here. So I do notice, I know in Moscow, I see them a lot more because they're quite standoutish in terms of that plain looking body and badging. So, all right. So let me jump over here to this. Oh, not this. Let's go to this, shall we? So let's sort of talk about one of the topics of what I put in the title of the video. So this is a couple of different press releases that were in the news from literally, this one's actually put down for today, 27th of the 5th, 2022. Oriander.ru website. I'm not too sure what they are, but there's a ton of news websites here. So McDonald's has filed applications for registration of a new name with Ross Patent. So McDonald's has filed applications. So I'm going to read through this a little bit, guys, and then you can still make comments and things like that, and then we'll kind of interact and things. So McDonald's has filed applications for Ross Patent to register new names for a fast food chain. The company is discussing 5 options for the name. Applications for registrations have already been submitted to Rosplant, but there is still no final decision on which one will be chosen. None of the names are similar to McDonald's. This is kind of the interesting part now. None of the names are similar to McDonald's. Most likely, it'll be chosen similar in coincidence with the well-known advertising slogan of the network. From the materials of Ross Patent, it follows that McDonald's has applied for registration of the brands OK Tuck, Fun and Tasty, That's Some, and Svobodny Kassa. That's Some and Svobodny Kassa, like free checkout. I'm not sure how that references. That's one of the names that they've got there. So checkout free or free checkout, right? So another request was not found. So at the same time, RTVI stated that the names of Moscolette, Mossburger, MosDonalds, Roscolette, again, and MosDonalds appears in the Ross Patent database. So somebody has already possibly patented these words, RosDonalds and MosDonalds. So what do you think of those names, everybody in the chat? What do you think of RosDonalds and MosDonalds? And the Mossburger. I guess this was always going to be the thing, right? They were going to kind of put the similar names to the branding, I guess, as much as possible. On the eve, it has become known that the McDonald's network plans to return to work in Russia on June the 12th under a new brand. Yes, so this is the bit that I do know about already, and I'm just reading it here just because it's easier. The McDonald's network plans to return to work in Russia on June the 12th under a new brand. The first restaurant will open on Pushkinskaya Square in Moscow. So if anyone's not sure or aware, Pushkinskaya is the location of where the first McDonald's in Russia opened. So where anybody seen any news in the last weeks or months of McDonald's closing, there was probably a lot of backstory about McDonald's and showing that original restaurant with the thousands of people outside and people queuing up for hours. So I guess symbolically they're going to reopen that one first, the Pushkin Square McDonald's. The mayor of Moscow indicated that after the name change, McDonald's will retain the same menu as 95 to 98% of the products used by the chain are Russian. At the same time, the names of dishes may change, experts specify. The new logo of the McDonald's chain is still kept a secret. McDonald's officially suspended work in Russia on the 14th and 16th, announced. And then the 16th of May, they announced the sale of the business. So, yeah, so 12th of June, which is next, is it next? No, it's the Sunday after, isn't it? Yeah, it's not this Sunday. It's 2 weeks from Sunday coming. So 16 days, 16 days is going to be the opening of that one, that McDonald's first. I'm not sure. Maybe they'll open others and just not announce it as much. They have a tendency to put press releases out here and say they're doing something, and then they've already done it the day before, or they don't do press releases and do things. So that's everybody's choice to do that, right? So so Pushkin Square McDonald's, 12th of June, but they've not released the name or the logo, but they know that. So this is actually what a lot of people do, and I think this goes for a lot of brands around the world as well. So people kind of check up on what patents have been registered. So I know for the cruise lines and the cruise ships, so there's a lot of people that follow the patents office registrations, and they look what names of ships have been patented, so that they I'm going to hide that comment, sorry. So they look up what names of ships have been patented, knowing that that will possibly be the next name of the next cruise ship before the cruise lines announce it. So yeah, so there's another one that I've got here. Is that the first one? So this was Yandex News, which basically is now talking about, sorry, I'm just jumping over here a little bit. You can see what I've been searching on YouTube, on Yandex News, by the way. So about go-karting in Russia, and Moscow projects will know about this. I've been looking up these DJI pockets. So yeah, this is the one, this is the camera that I really like to buy here, but it's very expensive now, being that it's imported. The DJI pricing has gone just incredibly. Yeah, so I was looking up MosDonalds here in the news of Yandex. Yandex is one of the main browsers here in Russia. It's kind of like the Google of Russia, if you like. So yeah, this is another story that I kind of pulled up here. So Belarusians wanted to register MosDonalds and RusDonalds brands in Russia. So this is a Belarusian company, Progress Consulting, has requested to register the brands MosDonalds, RusDonalds, and RosDonalds. The Moscow News Agency reported Progress Consulting is registered in Minsk in Belarus. The agency specified that the application for the trademark patent was assigned the level of the International Classification of Goods and the Services numbered 43. So imagine that's probably something in reference to the registering of patents. I don't know. This means that the company will be able to open bars, cafes, restaurants, or snack bars under registered brands, as well as provide service of restaurants with takeaway food and decorations of dishes. Earlier, the McDonald's chain announced a change in the name of the fast food restaurants in Russia. The brand decided to rename to MS. So that's interesting that it says there. The brand McDonald's decided to rename them to MS. Earlier, the chain sold about 600 establishments to a franchise partner who previously managed. Okay, so the previous owner owned 25 restaurants. And now he's bought the other 800, well, 600. I thought it was like 842 or 47 of them. So, yeah, that's the two different news stories there. Actually, let's just click this one. Just hopefully it comes up. It'll come up in Russian and then jump over to English for me. Yeah, the Russian business of McDonald's will be bought by Alexander Govor in Nebraska. A new burger house appeared. McDonald's will sell its Russian businesses. This is 19th of May. Who manages 25 fast food restaurants. Krasnodar guy. A new burger place called Krasnodar has opened, which was launched with the support of the authorities of the autonomous district of Namolo-Nunets. The business government allocated 700,000 rubles to the founder. There you go. So the government even provided funding to open the new restaurant. Visitors are promised to be surprised by modern design and a varied menu. It doesn't really mention anything else about that there. Acquires the entire restaurant portfolio of the chain and will continue to develop it under a new brand. Press service of McDonald's in Russia has said. So there you go. What do you think about that, everybody? So it's going to be RusDonalds or MosDonalds. That's from what I'm reading here, right? So yeah, it's very... I think this was probably the possibility of the names already, right? I mean, whether or not they'll change anything further, or like what they did. If you watch the video where I showed Cropped and Sinsei and the brands from the Polish company, they just basically shortened the letters. Imagine that was maybe just a quick change to allow the shops to open very quickly as well. So I agree. Reason I mentioned shawarma is because it is probably the fastest food. I was just surprised that there is no actual brand restaurants. Yeah, they're all pretty much all the shawarma restaurants. Well, they're not really restaurants, really. They just literally like little kiosks. They're all like, I'm going to say what we would call mum and pop stores. They're literally just single owners. Maybe somebody has a few different ones, but they're very much like little small privately owned places. And I just think that's just it's going to always forever stay like that in Russia. I don't think anyone can come and do anything better with shawarma because it's just such a simple concept. Okay. Oh, there you go. MosBurger's been in Japan for decades. MosBurger. There we go. Yeah, I thought that kind of names like McDonalds or Crimea Fried Chicken are pretty much a meme, and Russian people hate them. I don't know. I mean, the McDonalds thing. I guess we'll have to grow to like it. I guess I don't know. How to kind of interpret that, but yeah, I did watch a video a lot of years ago showing that that kind of fried chicken, the Crimea fried chicken thing. If you go to Bali, there is a California fried chicken, CFC, in Bali in Indonesia, and it's very similar to KFC. There's KFCs everywhere in Bali and Indonesia, but the CFC is kind of like a bit of almost like a rip-off of it, but it's actually quite nice, and it's just an Indonesian version. And if you go to the Canada, I was going to say French Canada. Oh my gosh! We went to Halifax, St. John on that way on the East Coast, and there was the KFC is PFK, Pauline fried chicken. I guess it's got to be in the French way of spelling it. Oh, have you seen? Hello, everyone. Have you tried the new colas, Cool Cola and Fancy Street? I wonder, Doomsday, if you're in Russia, because I have noticed in the sections where the Coca-Cola and Pepsi are now, there is some other brands, and I think that Cool Cola and Fancy Street is the Fanta, right? It's like the Fanta is Fancy Street. I think I'm gonna have to go in and film these because the problem is like that. It does look like I'm really showing like sudden changes, and Fanta's gone to Fancy Street and Cool Cola. I mean, there was a lot of these off-brand colas here in Russia before this. They're just sort of coming to the fore a little bit more now, right? So McDonald's, MosDonalds, let's go. Yeah, we'll have to do like a bit of a poll, I think. What do you think of the names? Right. Yeah, Peter, this is it. Yeah, it was also about that McDonald's could buy the entire chain back within 5 years. That could be the plan. I would say that this guy, Alexander Govor, obviously being a long time partner of McDonald's, I'm sure there's some clauses written into the contracts or whatever is written into it that they can then come back in, or he can sell back out and things like that. This is a very massive business decision. So yeah, if it tastes the same, then Russians might like it. Yeah, that'll be interesting. I'm just curious about how different it will be. And obviously, they're just literally going to open the doors. I mean, they're not going to tear out the restaurants and rebuild them and reconfigure them and change them. And then all the infrastructure is in these restaurants. So, for anyone just to take over the operation of a burger chain and then rename the food and bring new menu items, it was the easy part, I guess, because the restaurant's already built and there and ready to go. So, yeah, it's. I mean, and then this Alexander Govor, I mean, all of the management's still in place. All of the managers of the stores, all the way down to the staff, are already in place. So it's just a matter of them adjusting to whatever the new product will be and how they make it. And the one thing there, I guess maybe I didn't bring it up in these two press releases, but it talks about how all of the ingredients are all sourced within Russia, so they just need to continue on that plan of sourcing the ingredients from the same suppliers. I mean, someone that's supplying McDonald's who's now had to stop suddenly, I mean, they're losing massive amounts of money in terms of the trade they did. So they'd want to continue that kind of business, operation of sort of supplying the new McDonald's, I guess. The name change won't work, won't solve the issue. You mean like the issue of like people not going to McDonald's, I guess? I don't know. I mean, that's, I guess that'll be up to the consumers to decide. I think initially there'll be a massive rush for people to go there just to see. And I think there'll be a lot of curiosity to it. I mean, is it really different? Is it really better or not better? I don't know. It's, Fancy Street is Sprite. Okay, I remember looking at the Fanta, but I don't remember the names now. I have seen these literally yesterday, and I saw them last week, I think, in some of the stores. So I do know these ones for sure, what you're talking about. So, perhaps these upcoming Russian brands rebranded will monopolize the market like Yandex, Wildberries, versus the behemoth of Google. Yeah, I mean, Yandex was, especially Yandex taxis, basically crushed Uber, and that I think they bought out the Uber in Russia, but they've kept the Uber names on the cars. Yeah, Yandex, and then the same with Wildberries, and Ozon is the other one in Russia. It's there's still opportunity for other businesses to come into Russia. I mean, there's enough I'm just talking about Moscow here. I mean, this is where I live, and this is the market that I see, and the sheer population is just silly when you think about it. I mean, at the Solaris Mall, which is my nearest one, the big mall, it's about 30 minutes away. If I stand there at that entrance, particularly the fact that it's directly over the top of the metro, so the train comes in and out of there. It's a major bus station as well. So it's a massive transport hub. The amount of people coming through that shopping center, I mean, people want to eat. They do want to shop. I mean, they do want to go to the supermarkets, and that won't stop. You know what I mean? Everybody can't stay home. You know what I mean? And, people do still want to go out and do want to buy and spend money, so, you think they, as long as they don't serve goulash. Yeah, goulash isn't really a thing in Russia. That's like more European and Hungarian than. You can get that in other canteens and stolovas, that kind of foods. Once the business deal is transferred, it will save McDonald's Corporation millions of dollars, since they don't have to continue paying the employees. Yeah, I think it's about $50 million a month that they're currently paying essentially in wages and rents and probably electricity bills. And it said there about paying suppliers. So there was obviously contracts in place for supply of products, but yeah, $50 million a month they were paying out to continue owning the business while it was closed. So goulash burgers. What do you think, Real Moscow? Do you reckon we can have a goulash burger next time we go out somewhere? The issue of McDonald's leaving. Let's make the channel bigger. Oh, thank you, Miss Me, and also you're a channel member as well. So yeah, thanks. Yeah, likes and things like that go a long way on watching the videos. So anybody that puts a thumbs up, it'll be always nice. And then things like super chats, super thanks, super stickers, super dupers. It's always good. Can they keep the yeah, this was Jack, this is one thing that's actually mentioned in another press release, particularly coming from the Moscow mayor, talking about the top-down management and things like that. And this is what they're stressing, that they want to keep in place the quality control and the hygiene standards that McDonald's was always insistent on. And I think that's a big part of also the reopening of the stores as well, and the locations. Gary, how's it going? I don't know. Did I say hello or not? Welcome, Gary, by the way. I'm driving in Moscow, driving a car there was really McDonald's has a significant amount of McDrives in Moscow. Driving a car there were really convenient. Yeah, the drive-throughs. Yeah, in Australia, that's pretty much the standard. Is a drive. Where my parents live, not where we were living in Perth, but where my parents live, it's a double car McDonald's drive-through, which is just insane. The amount of cars that go to that McDonald's where my parents live. Actually, the Hungry Jack's, which is Burger King in Australia, the one nearest where we were living, Jen and I, there's a double lane Hungry Jack's drive-through. Because I was always getting the frozen drinks. I would actually do the drive-through only for the frozen drinks. They had this frozen mango slushy, I guess you'd call it. And I'd go there. It's like $1 for large frozen slushy, but it was mango flavor, and it was the absolute best one. Yeah, fancy is Fanta. Yeah, thanks, Bruno, for that. Yeah, I'm going to go. I know about these already, so I'm going to go back and look at them now. And I think I'm going to have to make some kind of a short video about it because, you can make things that seem clickbaity. I know if you guys know what clickbaiting is, like where people make topics and videos and thumbnails that force you to want to watch it. I mean, I don't want to show that side of things. I mean, if you watch the video of me going in the liquor store downstairs in Krasnobyle, I mean, that place is full. Then it's got everything in there. That place is always busy. There's only 2 of them in my town. I did actually Google this today. There's only 2 of the Krasnobyles in the whole of Aprelivka, which is, a town of 50,000 people. There's only 2 of them. There's other liquor stores around, but people like to go to Krasnobyle. And the one where we are here, it's actually people drive here. I see people pull up their car and come in and then drive off. We can literally walk there. So, because it's downstairs, it's literally, if you watch that video, and then we're going straight up from the building, we're literally on top of it, but on the 10th level. So, I don't want to make a video where I'm showing like, oh, there's no stock of this, there's no stock of that, when you see me do a walk around and the shop is full, right? So, Mansour Al-Kurbi. Oh, Mansour. It sounds a little bit French in a way. Do you live in Russia? Yes, I'm in Moscow, Russia. Now, I know it's probably hard to prove that I'm here. I don't have anything that's proof that I'm here in Russia. I'm trying to find something with Russian writing on it. Yes, we're in Moscow region. We're about, well, if we went by public transport or by car, it'd be an hour drive to Red Square and the Kremlin. It's a little bit longer by public transport because you've got to change from bus to metro to the underground train. We're in Moscow region here where we live. It's a nice place. We literally overlook the whole town. It's a good spot. How do you learn to read and write Russian? For now, Melody, I'm not probably learning enough Russian. Luckily, on my computer here, when I pull up something, it does it translates everything into English for me. It doesn't do a good job of some of the translating, but particularly how people write things. But I mostly do use translating and things like that. I can read a few words here and there. I can understand a few words. Things sort of start looking familiar over the years that I've been here. I should learn more Russian. I mean, that's my absolute downfall of all the years I've lived here. You'd think by now I could speak conversation Russian in the years that I've been here, but I don't. So, so I'm sorry if I don't speak enough. Reading Russian, I guess, is probably harder than speaking it, I think, just because of the acrylic alphabet. People in Sweden ask me if we have milk mix for babies. Yes, Russia is fully stocked with powdered milk. Yes, that's another. I've got a long list of types of videos I should make, but just showing all of the baby food here. I'm just going to open the window. Sorry, everybody. Give me 2 seconds. I just need to open the window. It's getting very warm in the kitchen here. My wife's put the oven on to cook dinner, and it's like a little oven in the kitchen here. Especially with the sun coming through, it's kind of that's a bit better now. Yeah, the things like baby food and baby powders are all in stock. It's not an issue. I see in America on the opposite side of this, they were having to like airlift baby formulas into America, which is just crazy to think. I was telling Jen about this. Like America. Sorry, everybody that's in America, right? So America is is it $40 billion package that they're providing to Ukraine? 40 billion. And then they're having to import baby food because they've got shortages in the supermarkets. And this is just a extreme opposite. You know what I mean? Work on local manufacturing. This is the big thing here when you read a lot of the news stories. I'm just pointing to my other screen here. There's a massive influence on the government wanting to support manufacturing, local manufacturing, more local production, and keep things within the country. And then other countries are kind of having to import things because they don't have enough of things. Does that make sense? I feel like I've just said that a little bit in a round of a circle, but in the States, they have drive-ins where you park and waiters come to roller skates. Yes. They were in the 60s. Yeah, R&W root beers are the owner. Yes, I love R&W root beer. It's RW, right? Yes, Gary, I know these very well. I'd love to go to one of those diners if they're still around somewhere. Yeah, Chip Shop would run like crazy. That's something you should take with goulash and mayonnaise. I'm not sure, Missy. Sorry, I'm going to call you Miss Me. I'm not sure fish and chip shops would be a big thing here. I did notice one of the news stories when I was reading it was apparently a lot of the fish and chip places in the UK or in England, I guess, were importing Russian fish for fish and chips. And now that the British government was trying to put sanctions on the importation of Russian seafood, that it might sort of force fish and chip shops to, I don't know, have to find another avenue to get their fish. This is the question I get quite a lot, Luciano. Is your bank under sanctions? If yes, how do you get your YouTube money? Right, so technically my bank isn't under sanctions because I've got Australian bank accounts. So the YouTube channel that this is set up is registered in Australia and set up in Australia. So where YouTube money gets paid, for instance, where someone's did a super chat earlier, so that would get paid into the AdSense account. So YouTube pays via AdSense, which is part of Google. And then on the 21st of every month is the payment from AdSense. So if you have a website with ads running or you have YouTube, it kind of pays into the same account. And it goes into my Australian bank account. So this is where the problem is now. So before 3 months ago or 2.5 months ago, I was able to use our card, tap and go everywhere. My wife has joint bank accounts with me. So she had ATM card like I did, and she had credit card like I did. And we'd use our Australian cards to spend the money from YouTube, right? So that was essentially my wage while I live here. So what's happened was the banking basically in Russia now, well, MasterCard and Visa card and in Russia, basically no non-Russian cards work in Russia anymore. So anybody who maybe comes here on a holiday or work or business, or let's say coming to live here or whatever they're going to do, getting off a plane, if you've got a card from another bank that's not Russian, it will not work. And then likewise, if, for instance, my wife's card, if she went to use it in Australia or another country, any Russian issued cards don't work outside of Russia. So that's another problem. I just opened the window because it was too steamy and hot. How's the taste? It's not cooked yet? My wife's cooking. Are you doing is it the pork you're doing, right? Yeah, we went yesterday to a nice butcher and bought some pork. So my wife's doing like roast pork in the oven, but she's just checking if it's cooked and ready or not. So yeah, so for now, how do you get money from YouTube? So we have to basically, what I'm doing is we found a Russian lady in Perth who has Russian bank accounts here in Russia, the same bank my wife has and I have now, by the way. So I put money in my Australian account to her Australian account, which is basically instant or within a few minutes. And then literally within a few minutes, she then puts the exchange rate of that money into my wife's bank account. So we can get money, but we just can't use cards. Like if I just want to go down to the Krasnobilo shop to buy the eggs, for instance, I can't tap my Australian card to pay for it. I'd have to just pay in cash. I have now got a Russian bank account and an ATM card. It's not linked to Jen's card, but we can basically money transfer each other very easily here. But yeah, that's the biggest thing that I was just struggling to get over for the first month or more, that I couldn't. And Jen had to basically just give me cash anytime I went out into Moscow or went off filming for the day. She'd have to give me like some cash to have in my wallet for everything, you know. So I always ever liked having a credit card in my wallet for an emergency. I wouldn't really use a credit card except for hotels or airplane tickets or some sort of holiday tickets or passes or whatever. So I always liked knowing that I have it in case something happens. So, you know, yeah. It's a long answer, but I hope it's suitable for some people. Watching you from Vancouver. Nice, Joy. Beautiful place. I've been to Victoria on the cruise ships. Very nice place. Victoria, Canada. And is it what's the gardens called there? The something gardens. There's some very beautiful gardens. If you ever go there on a cruise, you can go to Victoria. You have sunny and warm weather in the south. Yes, I wish I could show you North Moscow. It's a monsoon. It's raining and monsoon in North Moscow. Let's have a look and see if it's showing up. Let's see if it's monsoon. I'm sure it is. Just need to do that and go to that. And then this is the weather tracker here. So maybe you're somewhere up here at the top of North Moscow. Yeah, you can see where I am down here in this southwest area, Prolivka. Let's zoom in a little bit. Over here. And then Moscow right here. You can see the Makad. And then the garden ring inside. And then I guess you're somewhere up the top here. You can see this, the big weather patches. And if we just scroll, you'll see it moving over Moscow there. So there you go. Yeah, 40 billion. Yes, that's right. That's Melody. That's how much is being, I guess, promised, I guess, or whatever you want to call that. So where are we here? Oh, there's a gigantic factory shutdowns in America, and that's why they're struggling. Yeah, I think a lot of it's to do with still COVID issues, I think, and where people are not being able to go to work. I'm not sure if that's the main reason, but that's been talked about a lot in Australia at the moment, where there's a lot of people not going into work because they're staying home and isolating from COVID, and they're having staff shortages in businesses, at the airports and things like that. Even police and ambulance workers and things. They found metals in the baby powder. Did a recall on baby powders. Wow. That's why they had to fly some in from Germany. Good. Thank you, Gary. Well, thank you for supplying America, I guess, with baby powder. Can you freely exchange your rubles to foreign currency? We could, yes. We could go to an exchange place. We could go to the bank and do it, like a local bank. There's a few here where we live. Basically, in Moscow, there is the normal money exchange bureaus, I guess you'd call them. They're kind of in all shopping centers. In Moscow center, there's quite a lot of them all over the place. Yeah, we could definitely do that if we wanted to. Pretty much, you change it to euros or dollars. That's pretty much the two major currencies that are used freely here. Do we use cash or crypto? No. Sorry, crypto, no, not at all. I'm not into that or involved or bothered about it. Cash pretty much is king. That's what I use all the time, more than anything now. Actually, funny you say that. Real Moscow Projects is in the chat here. So after we left the Grill Fest last weekend, I went to get a drink. They were just going in the metro to go home, and I said I'm going to go down to the shop to get a drink. And the little convenience store that I went to actually had a crypto ATM inside, kind of in the entrance, inside, outside. I don't know what you would say. And they actually had a crypto ATM, and I'd never seen one before. I'd heard people talk about them, and that was the first one I saw. It was in that little convenience store I went to there. So, from Tamworth. There we go. Country music capital of Australia, I think is what you guys are called, right? It's kind of the Nashville of Australia. Bouchard Gardens. Thank you, Joy. Yes, that's what it's called. Bouchard Gardens. Yeah, pretty much when you go on the cruise ships there, that's your normal... that's your normal thing to do. Australians everywhere here. Look at that. Joy from Australia. How's the Australian weather? It's wet over here. How's Australian weather? I honestly now I very rarely check the weather in Australia. Now, even on my phone, I've kind of got like the Perth and the Prelivka and then like Miami, Bahamas weather. I don't have the Australian weather anymore, so I rarely, short of watching whatever's on the sport on TV. Oh, Jen has it on her phone. Do you look at that every day or what?
Yeah.
Oh, Jen looks at it every day. I don't really. So, heading into summer here. Yeah, it's winter here. So, dry here at the moment. No, one of the comments here. We're heading into summer. It's sort of spring, summer. So yeah, it's so for 8:52 at night, it's 13.6 outside, and 26 degrees here in the kitchen. So. Don't worry about the 23 time. I've never reset that properly. So, so it's 13 degrees here in. Oh, it says plus 11 on the weather. So, but 13 on my balcony. I've got a sensor outside the window here. I don't know about. Does Russia have its own CBDC crypto? I just read they just brought it in. I know that some of the chat groups mention about sending money via crypto in and out of Russia. For now, the lady that we use that we send money to bank and our bank has been fine. I've never really followed about crypto, so I'm not sure about new cryptos and things like that. So. So what do you guys think of MosDonalds and RusDonalds? Do you think it'll be a thing? I'm just curious now. Next, I guess 2 weeks from now, Sunday, how busy it'll be at the Pushkinskaya. That's Pushkinskaya is the metro station right there at that intersection, and then the Pushkin Square is basically across from the McDonald's. Where it is there. So, what? You're going to Bali? 4 a.m. here, off to the airport in 1 hour, going to Bali for a holiday. Ross, do you work in Russia? And are you allowed to work? Yes, I'm allowed to work here. I don't work for now here. I have residency here. I've got a Russian visa to live here. My wife, we were married here. So everything like that helps all of the whole case of it all. Yeah, you're going to Bali. Nice. I've been to Bali a ton of times, by the way, and Jen actually has been to Bali. We've been together there 3 or 4 times, and also she's been there on her own as well. And we normally go over to Gili Air, so we'd go to Bali, then we'll fly to Lombok, and then we'll take the boat and go to Gili Air. So there's the Gili Islands, Trawangan, Meno, and Air, and we tend to stay on Gili Air because it's just quieter and very un-Bali-like. No transport there, only donkeys and horses and bicycles on that island. So yeah, I'd be on the flight to Bali as soon as I could as well. Now all the rules have been lifted there, right? So you guys don't have to do PCR tests to get into Bali. That's a good thing. I'd be curious how quiet it is. I know there's a lot of videos now floating around of people doing like walking tours in Kuta and Legian and showing a lot of places not open yet or reopened. So it would be kind of nice to see Bali quiet before it gets back to that old Bali that we know from years ago. So but depend on the likeliness. I think it will likely depend on the quality of the food as to how successful it is. Yeah, I'm pretty sure, look, if this owner who's bought them out obviously owns all these McDonald's already, so he understands the running of McDonald's, right? I mean, last 10, 20, whatever years, 30 years. And if he just keeps that same process in place, and then how little they change the menu and wording and names, I think that it'll be just basically that smooth kind of transition. I'm just being honest what I think, but you don't think they'll open anytime soon? What? I don't think they will open so soon, but we'll see. Yeah, that 12th of, you don't think they'll keep to that 12th of June opening? I think, especially for that one restaurant, they probably are keen to get that going and get the media around it and, get it on TV and press and things. Especially probably the mayor of Moscow as well. I mean, his office is just around the corner from there, right? So, yeah, the mayor of Moscow has his big. It's like a. I wouldn't say the offices for the mayor is just massive, and it's around the corner from where that McDonald's is that we're talking about. Yeah, I think people will line up. Yes, Melody, I think so too, and that's what I've told my wife. She said, "Oh, I can." She doesn't want to go, but she wants me to go there and go and check it out. So I think there will be people lined up just for the curiosity factor. I think factor. Currently temperatures in Moscow. Currently temperatures Moscow 54 Fahrenheit. Alaska Anchorage, 56 Fahrenheit. Yeah, I guess this is Moscow. That. I'm pretty sure if we click somewhere else. Yeah, right. So yeah, that same latitude, Davo. Yeah. Oh, you're in Anchorage. Nice place. I've just still got the weather up here. I've just clicked somewhere else now on the map where all that rain from yesterday has basically moved sort of northeast of Moscow where we are. So, would you ever visit Crimea? I heard that they call it Crimea Maldives over there. Apparently, it's beautiful. Yeah, I've seen some videos about it and things like that. I don't know if my wife's ever been. I've never asked her about that. So I'd be kind of interested if, I think we'd much rather go and visit family in Ufa and over that way than go down to Crimea. But I mean, if I've got friends or anybody in Moscow that we could go together with on some sort of a trip like that, it would be kind of good. I mean, I'm happy to go anywhere, basically, especially places that I haven't seen already and somewhere new and different. I mean, I'll be very honest. I know a lot of Russia looks the same, especially once you get out of the big cities and the towns and regions that look just same. I mean, I know that. I mean, we drove 4 hours north up to Suzdal, and just to see all of the small towns out that way, and I mean, all of the similar kind of apartment styles and things like that. The 5-level apartments, the 9-level apartments. Moscow, real Moscow. You want to go as well to compare? Yeah, I think we'll have to go. I'm sure. I think there's going to be a crowd there if they open on that next 2 weeks on Sunday. Yeah, Bali's dropped all the rules. Yes. Yeah, my parents have already booked as well for Christmas. Like Christmas and New Year, they're going to go. They already had some credits from, I think, Jetstar. I think they had a holiday plan like 2 years ago, and they got basically the credits to book later and pay for tickets later. So they've booked to go there for Christmas there to Bali. So need more Jen in your videos. Thanks, Matt. Yeah, we'll have to get her in more videos, even if we just go walking to the shops or somewhere nearby here or walk around. I think that might just be interesting just to see where we live. I think I am going to go to another shop. Now I know that the liquor store one was kind of a lot of views. We have a couple of other stores here. We've got one that basically just does cleaning products, like personal care products. There's a lot of like little mini stores that are just specialist in certain products. And there's a couple of other small mini supermarkets that I could go to as well. Munich burger. Do you think so? You're going to change it to Munich burger? I wonder if it'll work as well. Yeah. Sorry. I'm trying to do a channel membership from my iPhone and the web browser, but yeah, this is real bearable. I've read about the problems with this with iPhone. I tried doing a channel membership from my iPhone and the web browser, but when I went to Traveling with Russell, I only saw the subscribe button. I don't see the join button. Yeah, I think there's some issue with iPhone and things like that. Have you tried putting your phone sideways in landscape mode? That might help. I'm not too sure. I know I've read about these issues with iPhone and things like that and join buttons. So maybe I can put the link. Can I find that link? I don't know how to find the link. Is it in edit? I don't want to type something wrong here. I guess you could click away from the oops, cancel. I guess you could click away from the watching the stream and then see if that join link works. Yeah, Lascaris Cools. Oh, there we go. Am I going too quick now? Yeah, best thing that you could hope for is McDonald's leave and never come back. Yeah, I think it's too ingrained into the history of, I guess, Russia after the Soviet Union and things like that, that it's just too much of a trending topic and a trending word. And it's kind of like such a big, small deal in a way, you know, the reopening of them or what will happen, who will take over, will they change the name? In terms of the health factor, I mean, they talk about this a lot, like all Russia will suddenly be healthy now. There's no fast food places. Yeah, I don't think that's ever going to be a factor. Way too many people eat home cooked food here and cook at home and go to canteens and eat food versus the amount of people that go to takeaways. I mean, there's very little, you know, it's not really a thought in your head for most people to go to takeaway places versus eating at home. One guy, somebody's going to Bali here in an hour. They said they're going to the airport and going to Bali. Huh? Yeah, lucky. Yeah, what's your plans long term? Stay in Russia, back to Oz, or something else? Yeah, short term. We keep saying short term, Matt, not long term. Short term was to come here 1 or 2 years. My wife was originally had to do a surgery when she came back here last year. She had some health issues that she had to sort out. She had to do some dental work as well. Now that I've got my visa, I can basically feel a lot more relaxed here, knowing that that's now gone through and the residency is fixed in place. So there's not a need for me to leave, so to speak, if I had to or want to or need to. My wife keeps wanting me to go back to work on the cruise ships in America. Every time we kind of have an argument, it's like she wants me to go to the airport straight away. And then the next day we're all back happy again and not wanting me to leave. So I guess we don't really have a short-term plan apart from stay here. I've just re-signed someone to live in my apartment in Australia for another year. So, if we were to up and leave and go back to Australia, we don't have anywhere to stay apart from family in the immediate getting off the airplane type thing. I'd really like to move into my apartment that I have there if we were to go home, but I can't do that for another year now. So at least a year I can't go back. So, yeah, I think it's a thing with with Apple or iPhone or whatever the Apple system is about the join button. Now, going to be a spectacle like it was when it opened in the 80s. Yeah, I reckon. I wonder. I don't think as many people watch the news on TV here as they probably do through social media or Telegram channels. Telegram is the messaging app, so there's a lot of people read news from Telegram channels. So it would be interesting how much news it does get. I'm sure worldwide it'll probably get more notoriety than locally here. We don't have a McDonald's in our town here, so it's not really a big deal. The nearest one is 15 minutes by car down the road to the next major town. So it's easy to just go to Moscow to one. Yeah, what's your favorite item in Russia? Food, and what do you miss from Australia? Oh, I think, Matt, did you put this comment last time and I never got around to answering this? Food item in Russia? I guess pilmeni, which is the kind of the dumplings, or it's a very basic food here is pilmeni. It's basically like mostly you can get it fresh, but frozen, and then you boil it. And it's basically dumplings with meat, pork, or mostly pork or beef. And you put some ketchup on top, and it's not a luxury kind of meal, but I enjoy it a lot. And it's an easy meal when I want to make something, or Jen cooks dinner for me, or doesn't want to cook something because she's too tired. But I know that's not probably every Russian's answer. What do you miss from Australia? I miss Red Rooster, chicken and chips with a wing. That's what I miss. To be honest, Matt, I'll tell you, I miss going to work. It took a little while to get kind of comfy going to work every day and doing a job and work and things like that. I just towards the end of being in Australia before I came to Russia, I kind of got into a groove of going to work every day. I was doing shop refitting with Woolworths. So where they were doing the rebuilds of new stores or old stores getting refitted. So I was doing merchandising with them, where the shop fitters do that. And I did it also at Dan Murphy's as well. And then I was doing merchandising at Coles supermarket. And I was going to a couple of stores. One I got really close with because I knew the staff every day going there. And I enjoyed that. I know that sounds weird to say that I enjoyed going to work, but I'm going to say going around to my sister's house. My sister's husband and I were very close, I guess, in terms of friendship and chatting and asking him anything and anything I would want to, if I've got a problem or something I've got to talk through, I'd go around to their house. My sister and husband would talk sense back into me or out of me, or they were the ones that helped me buy my house, by the way. Got me to make that next bid on the apartment. So yeah, things like that. I guess mum's Sunday roast. Mum makes a good Sunday roast. She can do it on a Tuesday as well. Because McDonald's is junk food, I wish they would leave Russia. I wish they would leave the UK as well and never come back. Yeah, it's kind of ingrained now, isn't it, into the day-to-day life. I mean, kids especially. Kids, probably not as much adults, but kids especially. I mean, actually, in Australia, where we were living in Rockingham, which is a beach area, Rockingham foreshore, we'd have a lot of fish and chip places, and I'd happy to go and have fish and chips personally than having a kind of fast food takeaway. So yeah, fish and chips down at the foreshore. And I was just getting my wife into enjoying fish and chips as well. And there's nothing like that here. So yeah, English. What's the deal with English only? Yeah, this is just a thing that seems to be a common thing on YouTube channels. Just in case some of the things that you're saying in another language is not nice, or I mean, I can't read any of the other languages anyway. So it wouldn't really matter what you put in another language. In comments on videos, I mean, I go to Google Translate and I read them, and then I decide. I mean, 99% of the comments on videos are completely fine. I have put some search criteria for it to hold comments with certain words, and then I basically just delete the comments, unfortunately. And then you'll see on a lot of the videos that I try to comment on every video. I know it's near impossible now because there's too many, but and I'll reply in the language that they've written in as well, just so it's easier, so thank you, Mike. The video, yeah, the quality of the camera I don't like. I know you're saying it looks good, but I want another type of camera that I would like to get. But now with the ruble as low as it is, I have to kind of wait for a month or two to save up to buy a better camera. Yeah, I have a bit of a list of things that I'd like to buy. I think if I go back to the cruise ships, I think I'll be able to get them a bit cheaper in America than over here. Just curious because they provided many jobs for Russia. Okay, I'm not sure what that is. You got a feeling we'll be leaving within a year. Oh, maybe you know something I don't. At the moment, we're completely happy here. I mean, of course, things can change. I mean, like everywhere in the world. Yeah, we're completely happy with what's going on. I mean, we understand what's happening. We know what's happening. We know the news from more than one side. I mean, unfortunately, a lot of news that is in Australia is not exactly all the news that you're seeing. And then likewise, I mean, I think they're calling this basically a media event without saying the three-letter word. But yeah, I don't know for now. I mean, I'm happy, if that makes sense. Russia doesn't have Jack in the Box. No, they have Carl's Jr. I showed that in the other video. That was at Vegas. I don't think there's Carl's Jr. everywhere, though. I haven't seen it in too many places. It's not at Sarajevo where I go to. So... Oh, that's going too fast now. Yeah, McDonald's is yeah. If you watch Real Moscow, I kind of brought this up a little bit earlier about the wording that they've brought up the patents for some of the words, and that was what I brought up in the press releases earlier. Yeah, the next year or two is going to be interesting. Yes, Russia is very tough. Yeah, I mean, what's important is Russia is massive, by the way. I mean, I know I live in a suburb here in regional Moscow. I mean, I was with my wife last year. We went to her auntie's place, and where Jen is from, I mean, it's completely different. I mean, it really is. It's regional areas. I mean, I can very easily adjust and adapt to anywhere. I mean, I've worked on cruise ships most of my life, so I'm happy to live anywhere as long as I've got the the internet. And when in Australia, the only couple of things I wanted was to have internet and a nice TV to watch sport. And I'm missing the sport aspect here because I don't have, English channels. So thank you, Traveling with Love, for the super chat. I wish you and folks good health, success, and happiness. Much love. Thank you, Traveling with Love. It's very appreciated super chats. $5, $4.99. Thank you. Super chats go a long way, by the way, and especially now with the ruble the way it is. We transferred money a couple of days ago, or 2 days ago now, and I think that was probably the worst I could have ever transferred money in terms of the ruble. It's gone back up, thankfully, in the last day or 2 days since, so I feel a bit better about it. I think Russian people are good and decent people, but I'm not happy about what's going on, especially we wanted to visit, probably not now. Yeah, it's probably in terms of travel tourism, it's going to be tough because of the fact that you can't use cards to pay for things, booking hotels, trips, tours. I mean, the average holiday maker doesn't necessarily bring just a wad of cash on holiday. I mean, that's a certainty. And that's going to be an effect at some point. I mean, coming here and going to Moscow and going to all the tourist attractions of Moscow center, I mean, everything is fully open, running, operating. I mean, now, especially with the weather getting better, the red tour buses, them double-decker buses are running around. All the river buses are running, river trips up and down the river in Moscow are all working. I mean, there's no difference in all of that. I mean, I'd say there's probably less people, in terms of looking around for tourists if you want to try and notice them. Yeah, after school finishes, I see hordes of kids at Mackie D's. It needs to go ASAP. Yeah, that's everywhere, isn't it? I mean, I know in Australia as well, they'd rush to the local ones where the schools are in that areas. Actually, I was reading the website of Krasnobyle, the shop I made the video in, and one of their criterias for the franchises is it has to be located as far away, I guess, as far away as possible from school districts, which is kind of interesting. They've got it written into their contract of their franchise that they don't want to be close to schools, which that's interesting to read, that they've got that built in, that they've got certain criteria for the stores and the size of them and things like that and locations. Yeah, all out of respect, especially knowing that everyone's speaking one language. Yes, right. That's very true. Poop fest. Thanks for answering honestly and straightforward. Traveling with love, no worries at all. That's what I'll always do. I mean, I'll give you sometimes a little bit longer answer of a question. That's normal, and the way I am, I'll give you actually. When you come on the cruises and come in the shops, I can, especially in the liquor store where I work, it's, what I talk and, it's very interesting. I mean, the history of the alcohol and the liquor and the backstory of the brands and things. Oh, Monsieur Mike, how's it going? Just a quick stop by to catch the live stream. Keep up the exceptional content, mate. Do have a marvelous weekend. Thank you. Thank you, Monsieur Mike. Lots of comments from you, by the way, too. So thanks everybody who puts comments on the videos. It's super nice. After the video is ended, if anyone wants to put comments on the bottom of the live stream or afterwards, of course, I'll try and answer questions like that, especially if you're watching it on replay. I think most people tend to put comments and questions. So, yes, very nice. So, It's very nice to talk between countries instead of being nasty. Completely true, Freddie. Thanks. That's very true. Am I deleting the wrong things? I'm at work at the moment. Okay. Oh, joined as a channel member. Welcome. Thank you for supporting the channel. One of a small amount of people that are channel members. Thank you. I hope you like the extra content that I'll try to put out, especially the community posts. I want to try and do them a little bit differently. Thanks for joining the channel. That's very nice. If anyone's a channel member or plans to be, or super chat, super thanks, it's very nice to receive them. Yeah, thank you, Monsieur Mike. It's like did you guys get into the internet years ago when they had IRC, Internet Relay Chat? And people had like channel names on IRC. IRC was like the chat programs on the internet when the internet first started. How old am I? We all had different channel names. Mine was Rusty, by the way. That was my channel name. And there was one called Dees. I remember we were in a channel, Perth channel, and we actually had meetups, and we'd go out and go to the movies and go to people's houses and go to Perth or Fremantle and things like that. And that was back before MIRC. Yes, Poop Fest. That's it. MIRC. Yeah, Internet Relay Chat. I don't know what the M was, but yeah, that was back when I first got my first computer, and we'd go out and meet up, and it was really cool. It was all people in the reasonably close area where I lived, and we'd go to house parties and things like that, where it was like internet gatherings where people. It was very weird because you'd know them so well from chatting, and then when you met them in real life, like one guy was called Dance Man. Right, and he'd never danced, right? But that was his channel name, Dance Man. And man, I wish I was in contact with them now. That would be so amazing if I could find them somehow. That would be kind of amazing if that would come about, but not likely. So, all right, guys, what I'm going to do is we're going to go for about another 8 more minutes. And we'll round it off at 2 hours. I hope that's okay, everybody. I'm not going to do one of those crazy long live streams like I've done in the past. I hope everyone's liked the chat so far. And just talking about McDonald's, I know it's kind of come up a lot in other videos as well. So yeah, the channel now, by the way, we're at 6,000. What is it now? I'm just going to click this closed. Wow. We're at 6,000 and something or other subscribers, which has grown very, very quickly from, what number is it at? 6070. I think we lost a few subscribers in the last 12 hours because it got over 611 something or other. Yeah, it was 6088 yesterday, and now it's 6078 today. And I'm pretty sure it got to 6111. So maybe YouTube kind of gets rid of hopefully fake subscribers to the channel. So I think that's what it does, which is good. So yeah, big thank you to everybody that's channel subscriber to the channel. I can't get the words out. My God. It's because I'm smiling. My cheeks here are just, I need to be really normal and not so perky and so happy all the time. You need to change the picture you show on the intro. It only shows, right, yeah, on the the screenshot of the start of the videos. Yeah, that's the original screenshot. I think it's only got 10 subscribers, Jack. I think it's even like less than that. Let me see what it says. Sorry, I'm gonna look at my phone here because I've got it as a screenshot, don't I? Yeah, 17. It only shows 17 subscribers on that channel intro part. Yeah, it's I should probably update that to like show a bigger number. So the only scary part now is this channel is probably going to grow faster than my cruise channel. That's at 9,700 subscribers. And I think this channel is going to go past 10,000 fairly quickly. I think so. Goodbye, McDonald's. Yeah, actually, I did see another news story, and I can't find it now to pull it up. I was looking earlier that the 3 that are open in Moscow, the 2 airport ones and the train station one. Actually, the press release or newspaper article I read specifies that they're outside of the laws of Russia because they're an international airport and international train station. They can continue operating, and it says, and I thought I misread it, and it said 2032, and I thought it said like 2023 or something, like they're going to open for another year. They can continue operating as a McDonald's because they're not technically in Russia, which I think is a little bit crazy in terms of when you think about it. But whoever is the owner of those, I mean, when I was there making that last video and I was chatting to the girls there in the video, I chatted to both sets of people for quite a while, actually, not on camera. There was a guy there pushing this huge trolley of like, it looked like, honestly looked like tomatoes or maybe the lettuces. He came through the elevator and then past us and around the other side to go to the back kind of storeroom entrance, I guess, of the McDonald's, where the kitchen area is at the back. So, you know, they're getting supplies and deliveries, you know, so yeah, thank you for keeping us informed. Yeah, I mean, Joy, it's not probably what Constantine does. I know for his videos, he's got very much like a set program of how he does his live streams. I mean, I just want to have at least a talking point, which is kind of makes it more interesting in terms of us just not necessarily just talking about the same questions every time. So, yeah, and we hope to see you again. Thank you, Freddie. Yes, I hope everybody who's watching comes back for another live stream. I'm not going to do them literally every day because, you know, although it may be good for the channel, it's not necessarily we've got everything to talk about every day. So it is nice we got a new channel member and we got some super chats. That's nice for the channel. And actually 49 likes. I wonder if we'll get past. Has anyone not pressed the like button or the thumbs up? Is it the likes? It's likes on a live stream, not a thumbs up, I think. It's on 49 at the moment. So maybe someone else is seeing another number. Yeah, thank you, Mike, for being here as well. Oh, thank you, Poopfest. Maybe you did a like on the. We don't get to see. Thank you for your time. Yeah, thanks, Joy. Yeah, every YouTuber is different, offers an insight we don't get to see. Yeah, I think also like with the videos, like I'm really quite surprised, like the tour of the liquor store downstairs. I mean, got so many views so quickly. Yes, last night when I initially put it up, it was like the most viewed video for the first couple of hours. Now it's gone down to 5th place. So it shows on there's a analytic that tells you it's ranking 5 out of 10 from my last 10 videos. It's in 5th place, 2,600 views. So yeah, for the first 23 hours and 19 minutes since it was live, that video. So 55 likes. Yes. Oh, now I see 55. Sorry, I've got screens on this side of me when I'm looking at the camera directly. So, and if I don't look exactly, it's because where my finger is where the camera is. I've tried to put the computer now exactly at my eye level. I think I'm just off by a fraction. So if I look head forward, oh, like that. That's my eye level. So I'm just a fraction off eye level. You can probably see in the camera my eyes with the screens here. So yeah, thank you, everybody. Yeah, we'll kind of wrap it up here, I think. Thanks, everybody, again. I'm going to just go through prices of joy. Yeah, you know what? I did watch Dan Seacos's video where he went to a car dealership and made a video. The car showroom to show prices of new vehicles or used car lots. Prices of vehicles are way up. Yeah, I watched his video, Dan Seacos's video. If anyone knows, he's a YouTuber in Russia somewhere. I don't know where he lives in Russia. I honestly don't know. So I'd have to probably go to a car dealership and see if they were okay with me filming. I think probably he maybe asked permission to film, unless he just filmed and didn't say anything. I'm not sure. There is quite a few close by, actually kind of close by where Konstantin lives. Most of them tend to be grouped together around Moscow. So there's like a whole row of them in one area. And quite close to where Konstantin lives, there's a strip of car dealerships there. So I could probably go to one and see if they're okay with me filming or not. Maybe they're okay with it. I'm not really a car person. In Australia, I had a Hyundai Getz, which is kind of like the basic model of Hyundai car. I'm not a fancy car person at all. I mean, I would love a Porsche. Yes, I would. I probably just want someone to take me for a drive in a BMW or a Mercedes or a Porsche just to get me over that I want a Porsche kind of feeling. I'm happy with my Hyundai Getz, really. It worked beautifully. It didn't cost me anything, had never any issues. Yeah, it was a nice car, but I don't have it now. So yeah, thanks, Poopfest. Thank you for being a part of the channel today, or the live stream today, and future videos and when I upload them. I like Konstantin, but his channel seems to be about the agenda of getting super chats. I do notice I don't watch all his live streams because he does do them every day. I do notice that. Yeah, it is. I mean, he has got 60,000 or 80,000 people now in his channel. So he's going to get, I think, sometimes 1,500, 2,000 people on live streams. Yeah, I think we're up a little bit here on what I used to have before as well. So that's nice. And the chat is a little bit faster, which is also good. Yeah, I've never really put that as part of my videos. I mean, it's not really a factor, I don't think. In terms of getting just views, and the success of the channel is enough for me personally. So I've always had that on the cruise channel, just to get, what a lot of the videos I made on my cruise channel. If anyone watches I Like Cruise Ships, I mean, I haven't posted anything recently at all, but a lot of the videos I made were informational videos. So they were how to get to the beach videos, tours of the ports where the ships dock, tours of on board the ship. Like I did a water slide review video. I did a walk around of the restaurants. And they're basically videos that will get viewed forever, you know what I mean, sort of things. And that was the whole idea of the channel, was to make videos like that, not necessarily vlog style videos, more informational videos. So I never really expected a success from it outside of that, Oh, Melody, thank you for, now we're just talking about super chats. Thank you for super chat for $4.99. Thank you very much. If anyone's not aware, by the way, we have a bit of a running joke about this. I know we're just going to talk about this now, but we had a bit of a running joke about this, about getting my wife a microwave. Actually, we don't have, and a toaster. It was a toaster originally. And we are still planning to get a microwave. The other day when we transferred this money and the ruble was so low, my wife sort of said, or Jen said, Now we have to like work harder for the same amount of money, right? I mean, make more videos in terms of the ad revenue. She has to, and like she mentioned today, even she said there that it's more critical now, her earning rubles versus me earning dollars, because her rubles are more valuable than my dollars are. I know that sounds bad for people if you think about it, but yeah, thank you, Melody. That's very nice of you. So, how do you feel living in a country? Okay, sorry. Oh, Matt. Okay, you're off to Bali. Thank you for Q&A, Russ. We'll catch you in Bali. Keep up the good work. Enjoy videos. I'm packed and ready, waiting for transport to arrive. Matt, enjoy Bali, honestly and truly. I'm pretty sure you've probably been there before. Actually, in Kuta and Poppies too. I stayed a lot in Barong Hotel and went to Piggy's Bar. I'm not sure if you know any of these places I'm mentioning. Yeah, enjoy Bali. I mean, I love the place. I know some people don't like it. I think you've got to kind of grow to love Bali. Yeah, I've actually, on my other cruise channel, I've got quite a few Bali vlogs that I made that I'd love to put. I have on this channel, really, but honestly and truly, enjoy Bali. I wish I was coming with you and on the plane and be there. Yeah, enjoy. I can't say it enough. I'm sorry, because it's just also Russell, who needs it gets a little not fair. I think I'm not sure what I missed there. Yeah. Oh, right. Understand. Yeah. Constantine is getting rich off this spell. Yeah. Yeah. I see. I know when I've watched a couple of the videos, when I see the money and the super chats, it's staggering. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to say. Honestly, it's. I mean, I'm never probably going to get to that success. I just doing what I'm doing. Um, and that's about it. How much rubles? Uh, oh, there we go. So there's little bit of chat here. Sorry. Been to Bali 20 times. Well, I mean, I'm a South Kuta guy. Yes. Sorry, I'm going to jump ahead here because Gary's talking. Matt's talking about Bali. Been there 20. I've probably been there about 20 times as well. Maybe plus or minus a couple of times. Yeah, Grand Barong. Now it's Grand Barong. Actually, Jen stayed at Grand Barong as well with me. We got one of the pool access rooms when she stayed there. Pretty much, if I go to Bali, and she wouldn't be there, now it won't happen. But I was happy staying at Barong. This is before Grand Barong came along. I knew it was a clean place. I knew it had a nice shower. Internet worked. Close to Piggy's Bar across the road. And then, what's the name of the place down the way there? We went to a couple of other small cafes and restaurants there. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Now you're reminding me of Bali too much. Now stop, Matt. Hurry up and get in your car and get to Bali. That was the one thing that I wished upon Jen. With it was all closed. The airports were closed. We couldn't go to Bali while she was there the year and a half. And I wish now we could be back there so we could just get on the plane and go to Bali. 3 hours, 20 minutes, Perth to Bali. How much for a microwave? Jay is asking how much for a microwave. Now, let me just pull it up. Let's do this quickly before I go. If anyone's left or not left. M video. Now, let's see how depressed. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to pull this up now with my. Microwave ovens. Oh, that's not microwave ovens. That's handy. That's computers. Okay, go to English for me. Come on, be nice. Kitchen appliances, microwaves. Okay, so starting price 5,000 rubles, 6,000. Let's see if we can put a brand. Let's do LG just for Samsung. That's what we were looking at last time, I think. Oh, okay, 9,000. Okay, there's some crazy price ones, by the way. Don't look at the. Let's go to Panasonic. No, LG. So yeah, 9,000, 13,000. So yeah, it's not as cheap as it was 2 months ago. Let's take that away. Is there something on? Surely there's something on special. Retro, without turntable inverter, small, premium, simple. Cheapest at first. There's quite a lot for 5,000 rubles. I mean, we wouldn't use a microwave here nearly what we were using in Australia. We just heat something up, especially pre-cooked food or food that we'd eaten previously. So 5,000 rubles. Is okay, $101. So $100 and up for a microwave. So yeah, okay, yeah, I'm reading. Okay, so oh yes, it's working. Yeah, I see now. Thank you, Bebel. Yeah, thank you for joining as a channel member. I'm going to try to do more content. Oh, I like the kind of lighting on the camera, by the way. I wonder if I switch that off, if it's going to change. Yeah, look at that. Oh, I have a light over here that's coming. That looks really cool. I know the camera probably still doesn't look great, but yeah, some people know how to manipulate. Wow. Other no names mentioned this time. Yeah, I understand what you're saying about this. I mean, watching some of Constantine's videos, I don't watch them all, particularly the fact he does them not daily. And a lot of it's sort of news information, which I'm not really following as much as he's sort of talking about it and things like that. So, yeah, welcome to channel membership. Yeah, very nice. Yeah, bye, Matt. Sorry, I think you've gone already. Nice. Yeah, wouldn't comment back. Yeah, this is. Yeah, he only chats to people that he gets money from. Yeah, wow. Yeah, actually, I did notice as well on his videos that he has now what do you call this? Subscriber only. Not is it subscribers? Yeah, that's subscribers, right? So you can have chat only from people who are subscribed to the channel. So yeah, I did notice that as well. Oh, okay. Sorry, I'm just looking at two things here. All right, everybody. So I think now I'm definitely going to go. I'm just going to switch that around to see. Yeah, if you guys are interested here, let's just pull that up quickly. Another thing I'm going to pull up. So I just did the switch around of the ruble here. So this is where we're just looking at the 5,000 is $100. So I was always working off. If you look at the graph here for the, is this going to zoom in a little bit? Yeah, this is the graph here for the Australian dollar against the ruble. So forever and ever and ever, it was at about 52 to 55. And then it went crazy up to 100, just on 100 right here, March the 9th. And then this was pretty much where I sent money 2 days ago, 39 rubles to $1. So now it's picked up. It ended today at 44.13. So that's a little bit better. against one. I always sort of go by 50 rubles is $1. In terms of the exchange rate for me. So, and it's easy to remember in your head too. So every 50 rubles is $1. So 100 rubles is $2, right? So when it was 39 rubles there, my wife and I, we were sitting in the kitchen here just in shock. And actually the lady that we send the money to him for she's in shock because she's getting the opposite positive side of it. So she's getting more Australian dollars for the ruble she's sending us. So she's kind of benefiting the opposite way because she wants money in Australia, whereas we want money in Russia. If I go to the Google, and then put 1 AUD to ruble, this is actually a little bit nicer here. It's gone there to 48.64. That ended down there at 39. This is the Google. I'm just using the Google ones, not a bank one and things like that. So it's kind of recovered a whole lot in a few days. What's the 1 year one? Okay, the 1 year's one's a bit hard to see, but you can see there how it went kind of crazy up and down. So yeah, you don't have to comment on stuff about Constantine. Yeah, I mean, I didn't know him at all before I came to Russia, by the way. We met through YouTube. I sent him a message. I asked him if he wanted to meet up. Actually, the reason how I got to know him was I watched his videos before I knew him, and I noticed him at a local place that I've been to before, about half an hour away from here. And he sort of said, "Oh, it's close to where he lives." And I'm like, "Oh," and I'm kind of Googling when he did a walk around with his son in the garden in the park area where his apartment is. I'm like, I know this area really well, and it's like literally 15-20 minutes up the road from here. And I thought, I'll send him a message, just let him know that I live in a nearby suburb if he wants to meet up. And we did, and we've become friends after that. And we mostly talk on chat now, then, because we don't not able just to simply meet every time we want to. So, so I've got no worries talking about him as a person, and what he's doing on YouTube is what he's doing, and what I'm doing is what I'm doing. So, yeah, sent a lot of messages, but no. In order to get okay, so yeah, I think this. Yeah, I don't know what to say here now. So, all right, I think I'll leave it there. I can understand you guys what you're talking about, and yeah, 59 likes, by the way, which is amazing. Especially when we got more likes than people that. Okay, now I guess we had a bit higher viewership at the beginning of the live stream. It was very nice. I think we peaked at, what was the highest number here? 58 people was the most we had. 58 people we had, the maximum amount. Mate, Davo, I'm happy to stay for a few more hours. It's not a problem. I was planning to try to keep this live stream to 2 hours. If anyone doesn't know, my first live stream on here was 6 hours, by the way. My first one on this channel that I did, essentially once we got past 1,000 subscribers, I think. So, yeah, I can happily stay all day and all night. But, I thought I'd try to go to 2 hours, and now we're at 20 minutes over, but it's okay. Oh, thank you. Traveling with Love. I'm not sure of your real name, so thank you for the live. Now we're talking about super chat. Yeah. So thank you. Very nice. Yeah, Gary was there for that first live stream. Right. Actually, quite a few people sort of stuck it out and went through. I don't know if everybody from start to end. Maybe you were the one that was 2 hours is too long. Yeah, thanks. No, I that's why I was going to do it right at 2 hours. I already had that plan before starting today. So, and that's why I started at 7:30 as well to finish for 9:30, rather than start at 8 till 10. So, yeah, Giavia Sal. So, yeah, all right, I'll go. Thank you for this live. I do have to thank people. I know this is not, now we talked about it a little bit here and there. Yeah, I won't talk any more about it. Thanks for the chat about McDonald's and MosDonalds, RosDonalds, and this thing. I find this very interesting, and how it'll how it'll pan out in 2 weeks when it reopens on that Sunday on the 12th. I do hope to be there that day, as long as something doesn't affect, or I don't know. My wife has planned for us to go to a friend's dacha, her kind of regional house. I'm not sure if it's next week sometime. We're going for 7 days there, so I'm not sure what date is when we're actually going there, but I'm going to make tons of videos from there, and hopefully we could do a live stream from there. We might have to do it on my phone if I don't bring my computer with me. If we're going for a week, I might bring my computer, possibly, I think, just to be able to get some English sanity after being there with my wife and her friend and family and things like that. They like to just sit around and drink some beer and have barbecues and eat lots of food, which I've got no problems doing. But, how do you have to do what Constantine does at prayer and leaving? Oh, hello from Romania. Oh, ce faci? Bine. Tu ce faci? Foarte bine. Well, that's all my Romanian in one go. Yes, the circus. Yes, that's on the list of things to go with my wife. I just have to work out. My wife, we do a lot of things around her work and her bookings for her salon. So especially when we want to go out somewhere, she has days where she doesn't have clients booked, and then some days where clients just call to make bookings. She's not at the salon all day like a normal open salon would be. It's kind of by appointment only. So a lot of what we do going out like to Moscow or to somewhere else, not where we live, is around her bookings. So whereas if I know she's got clients for the day, I'll go out and do things on my own. So yeah. Oh, bine. Thank you, Nikki. Lots of Romanians I work with on cruise ships. So yeah. You need to do a prayer for leaving. Thanks. I'm just reading what you just said up there a little bit more. I'll just hide that a little bit. Oh, great. Well, from California. Greetings from California. My wife wants to go to LA. Traveling with love. I'm not sure where you live in California, but please talk her out of wanting to go to LA. Like Los Angeles is in LA, Los Angeles, versus going to other places in California. Yeah. Yeah, that's yeah, it's sorry. I'm just reading and thinking and not talking enough. I shouldn't do that. I need to keep things flowing a lot. So yeah, all right, everybody. I'll say goodbye from here. Sorry, Nikki, if you just come to watch the live stream now, you can scrub back through the video and watch from the beginning if you want to. I'm pretty sure it doesn't go back on live immediately after I close it. So if you want to watch it back later. Yeah. All right, everybody. Thanks again for all the likes. 63 likes. We didn't top the 100 from last time, but we were a little bit longer in the live stream last time. So yeah. Cheers to everybody. Bye. I've got this going. Real Moscow Projects. Yes, I know. I'll see you probably sooner than I'll see you in the live stream. So, yeah. Cheers to everybody. Giavasal. Sorry. Thank you, Bebel. Yes. Thanks for watching again. Thanks for lots of comments on the videos. Everybody who comments, thank you. I will try to reply to every comment. It is near impossible. Near impossible. It is impossible. I do try to be online for about the first hour after a video goes live. And that's probably why you might see me reply fairly quickly to the initial lot of comments. Kisses to all. Thanks. For anyone that doesn't know Real Moscow Projects, by the way, she is such a nice lady. We went to the Grill Fest last week, and she may be briefly in some of the video here and there. I'm not sure, but she is so positive, so happy, so friendly, so loves life. I'm going to be very honest, Real Moscow Projects, that you just love life, and it's kind of infectious. I hope other people see that in you when they meet you or work with you or hang out with you. Yeah. All right. Time to go. Thanks, everybody. Catch you next time. Thanks, everybody, for watching Traveling with Russell. Please watch another video in the channel if you get a chance. Maybe go back to some of the playlists. There is some older videos that I put a link, like a playlist link to the barley videos that I made as well. Yeah, so if you might want to watch some barley videos, they're sort of direct you over to the other channels. I'm not doing well to get you to stay on this channel, but yeah, thanks. Bye, everybody. See you later. End of broadcast.